So here we are in the funny year of 2022, and once again it is time to ask the yearly question, is Splatoon 2 still worth it? So this year's question is much more different than what we had to ask last year. We've got Splatoon 3 on the horizon, which certainly complicates everything going on now when asking this yearly question. So nothing really changes about how Splatoon 2 hasn't changed in the last year. Like literally nothing has changed. I think we've gotten like 2 balance patches, and like literally almost nothing has changed in those balance patches. 52 gal is still pretty OP, and I don't think it's going to change any more than how it was last year. So if you're looking to find an evolving world that's constantly shifting, you are not going to find it here. But if that doesn't mean anything to you, then there's nothing to worry about. Splatoon 2 is still an incredibly fun game, and it's still the best shooter on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I don't really care that there's like 2 Dooms on Switch and Overwatch, but like, there's no way you'll find a lobby on Doom for multiplayer, and if you're looking to go competitive in Overwatch, you're not going to be doing that on a console anyway. I mean, let alone on the Switch. Yeah, FPS games just really don't shine over here. Oh, I guess there's Fortnite too, but like, if you're gonna have Fortnite on your Switch, you're gonna have Fortnite on your Switch whether or not you want to get into Splatoon as well. If you've never played Splatoon, then 2 is definitely the best place to start if you don't want to spend like $200 on a Wii U and Splatoon 1. There's still tons of stuff to do. The PvP has never not been solid, and you're always going to have a good time unless like Kelpdome or Triggerfish comes into rotation, but in case it is in rotation, you can always hop onto Salmon Run, Splatoon 2's Horde mode, which is an extremely solid mode, and Salmonids are super fun to shoot at. There's nothing here that you won't have fun with, and I mean in the whole game. I don't want to rehash everything that I talked about in last year's video, but look, there is an elephant in the room here. Splatoon 3 is going to come out real soon, and as of recording this, Splatoon 3 is probably like 4 to 7 months away. Assuming that Splatoon 3 will come out in like the summer months in like May and August, around that time frame. So there's some reasons to pick up Splatoon 2 right now. If you're new to Splatoon and you want to know what's going on in like the story before we get into 3, or if you're just antsy to get into some Splatoon gameplay and don't want to wait any longer, both are understandable. Splatoon 2's Hero Mode is pretty bland, and if you don't want to get Splatoon 2 and Octo Expansion, then I'll sum up Splatoon 2's campaign real quick. Zapfish gone, Callie gone, you save Zapfish till you find Zapfish and Callie, who's been hypnotized by Octavio. Marie quickscopes her and Callie's glasses trapped, they all come off and you save the day. I lost my place in the script, but anyways, that's basically the plot. Octo Expansion takes way too long to get into, so if you want to figure out what's going on in that game, go somewhere else or go find the game. Only issue is that if you want to get both, you're going to need to drop like $80, which for a game if you only want the campaigns, is a very tough pill to swallow for something that you'll only play for around like 25 hours for each campaign. As for people that just want to get into Splatoon that haven't before, you can definitely have a great time and feel really good about your purchase. It all really comes down to how much expendable income you have here. Like, if you have an extra $60 to $80 to spend, then you're gonna have a good time. But honestly, to me, if I were you, the person that doesn't have Splatoon 2, it would be a very tough sell. Because if you also want to buy Splatoon 3 later this year, then that's like $120 to $140 you're gonna have to spend, plus the extra $20 for online. So that's like $160 you're spending in 1 year on Splatoon. If you've got the extra cash, you're gonna have a good time, but once again, if it was me, I would just wait for Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3's campaign alone seems like it's going to be definitely worth the $60 alone. And it's a Splatoon game, it's going to be great by default. The whole point of this video is to pose the question for your non-Splatoon only viewers that it really just comes down to your choice. Like, do you want to spend the extra money if you have it now to play, like, the multiplayer's good, the campaign's pretty lackluster, besides if you want to drop another 20 on Octo Expansion. But the choice really comes down to you. But anyways, that is it from me, gamers. Let me know if you think Splatoon 2 is still worth it in 2022 or not. Alright, gamers, see ya.